Hello, Angela and Todd. Well, this is certainly a fun way to meet you both. Thanks for connecting on the phone this morning. Here we are at 1890 Seadrift Drive in the Water Valley neighborhood in Windsor. This stucco home was built in 2006. It is 6,413 square feet, of which 5,442 are finished. So that gives us approximately about 970 square feet in the basement of storage. Like I said, built in 2006. This is the casita that they talk about. It's kind of a cute little side area. I imagine it was maybe built for somebody to work from home. I hesitated then for a second because I frankly didn't realize there was another garage on the side. So it's 3 garage spaces. As you can see there, it's probably for their golf cart. But when I went in that little area, I didn't see an access to a garage. So southwestern style. Rustic door. There is definitely some parts that are rustic, and then maybe just a little bit of damage down here. But I have a friend who has a similar setup to in his house with this cute Spanish style, colonial style courtyard. So stucco. I don't know how familiar you guys are with stucco in Omaha, but that is something that we certainly need to get inspected. We do expect hairline cracks in stucco. There's also this type of stucco called EIFS or EIFS that can be a little problematic. And won't lie to you, learned that the hard way, unfortunately. So why don't we come to the top of the stairs here? You see the concrete drops just a little bit over there. Not uncommon. We joke around in Colorado, there's 2 types of concrete. Concrete that has cracked and concrete that will crack. And sometimes with our challenging soils, when concrete gets poured, even though they go ahead and compact the dirt in, that dirt can shift a little bit and concrete can sink. So we have a mud jacked. All right, so here we are in the casita. Cute little wet bar. That's just a laminate countertop there. A couple of places in the house we're going to see this discoloration on the carpet. They must have had some kind of mat down, and either the sun discolored the carpet, or if they went ahead and had the carpets cleaned and put the mats back on top too soon, then the water from the cleaning process goes ahead and sucks out the dye. We do have a very nice texture on the walls, not the orange peel or the knockdown that we so commonly see. Vaulted ceilings in here. We have a split system for cooling. So a separate cooling system from the house. We have a full bathroom. Decent deep Kohler tub, and from what I've seen so far, all the doors in the house are solid core, which is very nice. Okay, so where do we access this little garage? There we go. I wonder if it's open. No, it's not. I'll come back to that here in a minute. It's closed. So the neighbour's also for sale. Hey, puppy. And I'm assuming because of all the new patio homes that have been built, that might be why a couple of the homes on this street are currently up for sale. Minor little hairline crack there. Not uncommon. Of course, I'm not a home inspector, so anything that I see or comment on related to the condition of the home, you should always have checked by a professional home inspector. Very nice entranceway. And then they've done the right thing where as soon as you walk in, you have the views out onto the golf course. Looks like we have maybe a alabaster style tile when you come in. So right when you come in, you have this nice open living area. Tall ceilings with boxwood beams, tray coffered ceiling over there. So this would be your formal dining area. You can get the floors, and they seem to be in quite good condition. Gas fireplace. There's that boxwood ceiling, and you can see there's in-ceiling speakers. Just looking at the seals on the windows. So far, so good. There's your view. You can actually just see the foothills over the top of the houses there. And of course the golf course. Promise to go out there in a minute. Now, I walked through the house already, turned all the lights on, just did a little poking around. And everything does seem to be in very good condition. It's definitely a traditional style home. Everything does seem to be quite good quality. These days when they're building these homes, they tend to lean much more towards the modern. We've certainly seen with the influx of the Californians and the Texans in recent years that the style now leans a little bit away from this sort of Colorado classic and much more towards the modern. So, I'd say it's not typical to have the kitchen right here off the front door, but I think the goal with this home, obviously it's a custom build, was to be able to have dinner parties and guests over in the courtyard. So as such, with these sliding glass patio doors, you could come into the kitchen and then take everything out to this little area here. And that's not uncommon in a southwestern style home. It's a GE monogram refrigerator. Beautifully clean. Gas range. Granite countertop, smooth, round edged. Your GE monogram oven and then combo microwave oven. We switched to butcher block over here. Bubble glass. Let's take a look at the drawers. So a slide rail drawer. Soft close? Nope. Let's try this one over in the butler's area. Soft close? Not necessarily. So I'm purposefully taking my time. I hope that's okay. Here's another tray ceiling. It would make a huge difference if that ceiling was just painted the same color as the rest of the walls. That dates it a little bit, as does this rough stucco finish on the hood. And that's all nice and clean. A couple of marks on there, but given the home's 14, 15 years old. Okay, why don't we head off? Well, let's pop out here for, well, no, let's go into the master suite. And we can go outside afterwards. So you can see here from the marks in the carpet where the bed was. Again, has it been discolored? My mum always taught me if you put ice cubes on those, they pop out. They did remove the curtains from up there. And then always love that you have the little door off to the deck. So when you're in here, it doesn't feel huge, but it's actually 17 by 16 feet. And then here we are in the ensuite bathroom. So we have a jacuzzi soaking tub. And there's your panel to access the mechanics for that tub. Walk-in shower with a bench, and then that European style frameless door. All oil rub bronze. Meticulously clean, the grout looks to be in excellent condition. There's our commode. And then twin sinks. This is just a little closet for toiletries as we go into our walk-in closet. Not quite a California closet, but very close. I would suggest that a California closet requires some drawers. But certainly a very good size. And then this is always a lovely feature when your laundry room is right next door to your closet. So a very basic GE washer and dryer. A little bit of drywall damage where they've taken these curtains down. I don't quite understand why they wouldn't have patched those. That's where your ironing board is hidden. Tile in here. There's a plastic insert sink and then just a regular laminate countertop with wood trim. And this brings us back through to our kitchen. Door to the garage. And then closet, and this is our pantry. Is there a light switch in here? No. No light in here, but hold on. There's a light up there. How do we turn that on? Oh, look at that. Sorry, chaps. There we go. Without a light, how do you find your cornflakes from your Frosties? So really, with the exception of where they've taken down these curtains, everything's in tip-top condition. 3-car garage. It's drywalled, so it's insulated. There is a service door off to the back. Okay. So we have a guest room on this level, and then 2 guest rooms below. Here's our stairs to the basement. We have a little office nook over here. Closet, game room closet. So this is where we'll see another example of that staining on the carpet. The lighting here is very nice. Not too bright, not overwhelming. Certainly not dark by any means. I'm going to come back over here and show you the space again. So there's our stairs going down to the walkout basement. So not really a private office. You could make it private with some glass modifications. And here we have our powder room and 3/4 bath. They left those curtains. They do have the tall 9-foot doors. I always call them the giraffe doors for when your pet giraffe comes home. Sorry, I don't know you guys well enough to make those kind of jokes yet, but now, interestingly enough, the texture changes in here. We have the very common orange peel. This room's a little darker. Good sized guest room though. I wonder why we changed textures. Because we kept the hand trowel texture in the master, right? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Okay. Right, let's pop on downstairs. I'm going to show you the floors. Little outlet there for your table lamp. Looks like the grout's cracked there on that mantle. And if you put a level on that, it might have slipped a little bit. Okay. Nice wide staircase. Always makes getting furniture down the stairs very easy. I do love this little landing area. Almost feels like a little stage, to be honest. And here we are. So another fireplace. Little spots here or there on the carpet that I can see. Wet bar with a granite, what they call live edge. You can see the bumpiness on it. Bubble glass, refrigerator there. And a huge big area for big screen. And here's this discoloration on the carpet. I'm looking actually at the camera right now and it looks way worse on camera than it does in person. But it certainly needs to be cleaned. A little surprising that wasn't done. Again, you can see where they took down maybe the shelves and just didn't patch and paint. I would suggest these are 9-foot ceilings where they have HVAC. The soffits drop down to probably 8 foot. I'm almost 6 foot, 7 foot, maybe just a little under 8 foot. This would be a wine room. Tile in here. So, as with almost every home in Colorado that's on a basement, we have what we call floating slabs because we have this soil that swells. So I'm going to show you an example here in this unfinished area. They pour the concrete in these rectangles. So when the soil moves, ideally there's these engineered joints down here, and those crack as opposed to getting a big old crack through the rectangle or square. So there's been some movement on this slab. Again, I'm not a structural engineer or home inspector, but that's incredibly typical in Colorado. It's just when you finish that area, you feel a little bit of unevenness in the flooring. And what we do to accommodate making sure the walls don't crack when the soils move and the floors come up, we have what we call these floating walls. So you see there on the 2x4, 2x6s, can't quite tell. There's a space, a void, that so when the floors move, that void will shrink or expand. So we expect to see that, which is nice. Twin furnaces. I couldn't find a label on there to see what brand they were, but I did find 2 instruction manuals for Rheem, which is a good furnace, from what my HVAC people tell me. Twin water heaters, those are Rheem as well. 2011, so they're 10 years old at this point. So water heaters can go out after 7-10 years in Colorado, but because our water's so good, sometimes you can get 15 years out of them. You know, typical hairline cracking, a little moisture coming down there. You can see what I believe that's white marking, what they call efflorescence. Again, not uncommon, especially with some of the biblical rains that we've had in recent years. And again, I'm not an expert or a home inspector, but that's fairly minimal. Okay, so there's one of our unfinished areas. And maybe you can just see, it's just a line there where you can see that the concrete's come up just a little bit. I can feel it as I walk on it. I would say it's fairly minimal. I have no idea what this nook is for. Great for hide and seek, but they had some kind of dresser there, or some kind of what would you call that, side table with maybe a statue on it, given that there's a little light there. So same finish on the walls in the basement. We've got the first of our 3/4 bathrooms. Feels very similar to upstairs. Commode. Guest bedroom. It's very warm down here. Another little unfinished area. Oh. That's probably for our sprinklers. Then they appear to have lots of paint from the house. There's a sump pit and sump pump. Very common. And that is all the wiring for the internet. Again, we can see those floating walls. A good void in there. That's what we want to see. We want to see that gap. We like that gap. A little bit of cracking, but as you can see, the cracking is around where the penetrations come from, so not uncommon that. A little bit of cracking in the wall there, but it's pretty minimal. A little bit of efflorescence there. We have a sub panel. Again, you'd really want a home inspector to comment on those cracks, but I've spent a lot of time with home inspectors, and I have a structural engineer that I call out when I have concerns, and from spending time with him, he would, I don't think he'd be too concerned about that. Okay. Coming back down the wet bar. Is there a dishwasher? Don't think there's a... No, nice big trash can. Don't see a dishwasher. This is the third of our guest rooms, the fourth bedroom in total. And this is the larger of the other bathrooms. This is a full bathroom because it has a tub. 3/4 bathrooms, of course, just have the shower. Nice big linen closet there. Okay. Here's your egress window. Little walking trail there. You can see a lady on her afternoon walk. So I don't know how much you know about Water Valley, but Water Valley is famed for its lakes and lake recreation. Now, one good thing to show here, just again talking about that concrete. So I always get a bit nervous when people put tile on concrete in basements, because if the floors move, the tiles crack and break. As you can see here, they're pretty perfect. So maybe I'm being a bit picky. But that's my job. All right, so this is our walkout basement. You know, I love walkout basements where you walk out and it's just land. You know, you can't do that with every home, unfortunately. So I would say this is a half walkout basement. You see a little bit of stucco repair there, which is good. You know, you want to see that, but people are maintaining it. A couple of friendly dogs next door. Hey, fella. You always want to see the drain here, because if you don't have the drain and it snows, you're in trouble. When I saw this, I thought it was absolutely perfect for a hot tub, and then looked at that outlet there, thinking that would be an outlet for a hot tub, but it's not. It's just a regular, everyday outlet. Stairs up here. Here's your neighbor. And then is this a giant sand trap for the golf course? I'd assume so. Little drainage area down there, you can tell with the reeds. You could certainly add a little mulch. A Trek style deck. So these are all new patio homes. And I wonder if people are selling because of those patio homes. You know, it kind of changes things when you've lived here and there was nothing there. New homeowners don't mind so much because they've never seen anything different. And Tongan groove ceiling. All right. Well, I realize this video is now almost 30 minutes long. But any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for giving me a call this morning. And we can do this for as many homes as you like. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.